Song-arrhea.
That's the boil up, folks.
Yeah, dude, we still boil up, even though it ain't live.
Yeah, man.
But the
Well,
chat.
we're live.
Well, yeah, we're live, and the chat is live when people watch this. And it's
So it's
party
actually
time, dude.
Double live, dude. That's 2 lives.
Yeah, dude, 2 live dudes. That's a different kind of music, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna also pregame.
This is gonna be a good episode. I hope you folks are ready. We have a surprise.
Big surprises
yes, with us.
all around.
Surprise music coming your way. Some of you may have heard. Some of you may haven't. Is it raining where any of you guys are? Because boy howdy, it's raining here.
It is
Yeah, it
hot
was-
and dry.
It was raining.
Like Jumanji.
It was raining quite profusely for a bit. Now it's not. Man, this song's pretty good.
Yeah, bro. It's very Skrillex.
Thanks for letting us know, AI guy. All right, let's
dude.
let's get into it, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Of course. First,
Oh, a techno diffico from the past.
all right, let's try that again. We'll just cut it in.
I can cut it.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys, I'm gonna start this thing. Let's get into it, is what I said, right? All right, let's get into it.
Is it raining where any of you guys are at? Because
It is hot and dry.
oh, I like
Yeah,
it.
it's been raining profusely for a little bit.
You guys are pulling a doozy talking during the song. And Cody's frozen.
Oh, no.
Oh, now he's not. Now I'm talking over the fucking song.
There's some Beetleborg action in here.
Introducing our West host, Song-arrhea, and our East host, Yezik, and our Central host,
Am I doing?
Pure Carl. I am Crumputerson. You are audience, artificial intelligence. Listen along, experience.
Am I doing kung fu in my intro?
Experience.
Tai Chi.
Chai tea.
All right, welcome to the Artificial Intelligence Listen On Experience. I'm your West host, Song-arrhea.
And I'm your East Coast, Yazik.
I'm your central host, Carl.
And Cody disappeared, and now he's back.
Hi, buddy.
There he is, brother. He popped in like a genie.
Yeah, dude. Well, this is our first non-live episode. This is Tux. It's my boy. Kiss him
Oh,
on the
good
face.
boy.
He's a good boy.
He's gonna go do good boy stuff.
He's gonna go lie down right here and hopefully stay there the whole time until it's time for bed. All right.
So, today's a very special episode because since we're not here, well, we're here, right? But we're not here. And some of us, we're probably in the chat.
Yep, probably in the chat. I'm probably somewhere down there.
This is a pre-recorded episode, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's recorded before it's recorded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude. We're coming from the past.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but airing this in the future, so it's like a time conundrum.
Yeah, and when we're talking, it'll be in the present, dude. So today on Artificial Intelligence, we're doing a listen-along experience with our buddy Cody,
Yeah,
who has
dude.
joined us.
And Cody is, if for those of you who were Dudesy fans, was the guy who made all the stickers with his wonderful wife Jess, and good people. I've met Cody many times now in person. Good peoples. Same with Carl. I met Carl too. I still got to meet Yazik. We got to make that happen.
That's true. Yeah, That's the
Interesting that my location is central to almost everybody, dude.
Well,
Right.
if
Or even like, where are you again?
Chicago.
so, I was thinking, right, because you're frozen again. It's so cold in Chicago that
sucks.
it freezes his internet. Technically speaking, I think that Cody is the North host for season 4.
That's true. That
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it'd be cold here for sure.
North host, the cold host, dude.
Yeah.
Am I freezing for you
Oh,
guys? too?
you
Is it
are
just
totally frozen again. But
ridiculous.
it'll come
Not
back.
for
Just
you.
leave it, and it'll be fine.
Well, that's why he's the North host.
Yeah, dude. They,
That's like Ned Stark, brother. That's what's going on up there.
what
I'll
happens
just
is
leave it.
the cold like kind of shrinks the fiber optic cable, so not as much light gets to go through the cables. And then, all right, let's start the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
we
tried that
are-
excuse, nobody buys it.
We are going to listen to a AI album that Yazik and myself put together when we first started really getting into doing Suno like a lot. Yaz, you want to say something else about it, or
Yeah, not much. I mean, well, I was saying before we started, like, this is the first major project that I did with Suno. Song was using Suno more seriously about a month or two before me. Like, we both had kind of dabbled, but he kind of buckled in a little quicker than me. And then when I started doing it, I had this idea to do this, like just an album about being middle-aged and like what that means. And we had a tremendous amount of fun putting it together. And yeah, this is like the first major thing I did. This is all 3.5 Suno stuff. This is all from like last August. So, you know, in AI terms, that's like a decade old.
700 years ago.
Yeah,
dude.
bro.
so let's begin, shall we? As Crom likes to put it. And here's the first song. I believe it's the Middle Ages. That's what it's called. So
That's the one, dude. It's very on
So-
the nose.
the way this is going to work is, and obviously this is probably not even the first episode. I said it would be the first recorded one. Well, it's the first one that's recorded, but not necessarily the first recorded one you're going to watch. So the way this is going to work is we're going to listen to a song and then talk about it. That's pretty much it. Here we go. I'm hitting play now.
I'm 37. That's a fact. I'm not getting any younger. Sometimes I feel like one day I just might lose the hunger. There's a reason I decided to do this with AI. If you need clarification, I'll try to explain why. This is an album about the Middle Ages, the ones of human life, not the other Middle Ages. I'd like to think that I'm confident on what my page is. I'm a writer, save the stages for the sages. When I was 15, I started playing the guitar with cliche Hollywood dreams of getting paid to be a star. But the reason that I played it was mostly just for fun. Music is like a vacation, a thought that we're all one. When I was 21, young, I started writing rap lyrics since I had a poet's pen. I then began to revere it, but then I didn't make the beats, just wrote bars by the ton. A spiritual liberation, most of all it was fun. This is an album about the Middle Ages, the ones of human life, not the other Middle Ages. I'd like to think that I'm confident on what my page is. I'm a writer, save the stages for the sages. As for the AI, I hope you'll find this album fun. We wrote the lyrics out, then we both let Suno run. It's like a whole new instrument with its own set of skills. If you're anti-technology, better head for the hills.
Gotta say, love the album cover as well.
Oh, yeah. And that's AI too, dude.
Yeah, dude.
This is an human life, not the other Middle Ages. I'd like to think that I'm confident on what my page is. I'm a writer, save the stages for the sages. Song and I wrote all the lyrics for this album, including this part. And even though this isn't my voice, it technically is. As for the music, well, that's all Suno. Thanks, Suno. Now then, if you trust me as an artist, you gotta see how cool this is, or I guess hear how cool it is. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, dude. And that's the first song, brother. I'm gonna pause it there.
Yeah, man.
So it's fun to listen to these again after it's been a while, right? So
yeah,
it's fun
right
how
off the bat, I can tell it's rough. It's so raw comparatively.
I feel like the way that me and Yaz approached using AI, like we were thinking about it ethically, I think, which is why we tend to put in things like, oh, like this. He kind of gave a little preamble, right? Like, this is what we're doing. We're using Suno for this reason, whatever. Because it's kind of difficult to, like, with how people frown upon like AI music. Like, this was kind of what opened my eyes to how cool it could be. And this is like before all the updates too. So, I mean, if you showed me Suno as it is now when we first started, dude.
Yeah,
different
it's
time.
Definitely come a long way.
So
I gotta say that line that you had in there, this is not my voice, but it really is. I know that was kind of like I think it was put in like as kind of just a throwaway or fun whatever, but that's actually really, really profound. Because like, what is our voice?
Right.
Is our voice like just the air going through our vocal cords, or is it just what we leave on the universe whenever we're going? Anyway, it's a comedy show, guys.
No, man, this is whatever we want it to be, man.
Insightful. I agree with that, and honestly, like, I wrote it that way. Like, it was important.
Okay.
It was important for me. Like, when I was discovering my real love and enjoyment of the tool, it was important for me to like try and communicate to people that, like, look, this is just another layer. This is, the art is not the medium. If anything, the medium's the obstacle. And it's like, especially in the case of me and Song and like how all of us use it, like, we write our own lyrics, so that really makes it our own.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's fun too because like we're all roughly the same age, so we're in that realm of the Middle Ages, so there's a lot of truth in these songs. I mean, granted, like, we do tend to kind of lean a little bit towards comedy, but then there's also a lot of truth in there. And what is comedy, right? It's like truth, but like helping you cope with it, so we laugh at it.
I mean, that Crom song that you
had
about,
dude,
that was
unbelievable. That was insane.
That was touching.
And I'm not even going to talk about exactly what it is, because then everybody's going to have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, dude. See,
dude.
That's why you're like the North host, dude.
Because I'm ice cold.
Yeah,
dude. Man.
He's got slow internet, dude. That's.
I just checked. I'm pushing 700 megs on Wi-Fi.
Oh, don't let freaking Xfinity hear you, man. They're gonna throttle the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
They'll shut you down, dude.
So let's hear.
What did you have any thoughts on that one, Carl?
Yeah, man, it was pretty good. Like, definitely something that I already identify with because everything hurts all the time. But yeah, I thought the disclaimer at the end was kind of funny. It's just like, hey, this is AI, but it's human at the same time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And that's
like our first journey into that.
Using a screwdriver, it's the guys that are used to hammers aren't going, hey, you didn't actually build that,
Yeah. You didn't screw that in with your finger.
Yeah, you're not really tired in the forearms right now. You're cheating.
Until now, this was the easiest way to juice an orange.
You know what it's like? You know what the opposition to AI music feels like? Those like old people that would say, "Oh, we had to walk through 10 feet of snow with no legs," like that kind of, like that's what it is.
Well,
it's like, oh,
I imagine when DAWs were being popularized, there were a lot of musicians that were like, "Hey, man,
yeah," and now
you didn't make that snare sound.
And now look at electronic music as a whole. It's huge all over the world,
dude,
right?
It's and widely respected. Like it's growing pains.
And there's a lot of like
that's a callback,
samples and loops in that too. That I mean, you didn't make that. Like that was a song made in the 70s, and all of a sudden you're
yeah,
looping it like or sampling it for your music. So
and stuff,
it's funny listening
Back
to
in my
like
day.
Dr. Dre. You know, he sampled a bunch of stuff from like the 70s, and I listened to a lot of that music, and I'm like, wait a minute, and then I'll hear the song. I'm like, man. People will hear the riff and thinking that, oh man, Dr. Dre's the shit. I mean, granted, he's good at what he did, but he didn't write those fucking, those orchestral violins, and it's.
I mean, you can break anything down that way. It's like, just get over it, guys. It's a tool and it's fun. You should use it. Try it.
Back in my day, I had to wait 45 minutes to have a Jenny McCarthy JPEG load.
Yeah, dude. And then 5 minutes after that load, dude. I'm gonna hit play.
That was a random hypothetical, not a real experience.
This morning I woke up and almost broke my shoulder. It's only getting more exhausting as I'm getting older. And maybe it's just me, but it's 73 colder than it used to be. I miss record players and MTV. When I was younger, I would run around for fun. Nowadays, one game of one-on-one and I'd be done. So if you're young, enjoy it while it lasts. Pretty soon you'll be like me, it happens so fast. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man doing the best that I can, but that's all we can do. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Make noise if you're middle-aged too.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yesterday I checked the mail and I hurt my knee. If you're almost 40, then you'll probably agree that this aging stuff is really quite a drag. I got some bags under my eyes and they're starting to sag. High blood pressure and lots of debt. When I try to tie my shoes, I start to sweat. Lately I've been kinda tired and disengaged, but I guess that's what to expect when you're middle-aged. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man doing the best that I can, but that's all we can do. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Make noise if you're middle-aged too. Back pain, I didn't even do anything that would get considered strenuous. Back pain, if I said I didn't have it, then that would be disingenuous. Inserts in my shoes, ibuprofen on standby. If you're middle-aged like me, you understand why. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man doing the best that I can, but that's all we can do. I'm just your average, worn out, middle-aged man. Nothing ever goes according to plan. Make noise if you're middle-aged too. You're middle-aged too. You're middle-aged too.
Yeah, dude.
yeah, dude, nice.
Yeah.
The only thing that I have like an issue with saying middle-aged and talking about myself is that that's insinuating I'm going to live to 84, and there's no fucking way.
Oh no, dude. I plan on living
dude,
past
modern
that.
medicine. We're all going to be like 100. And here's the thing, dude. Here pretty soon, we're going to be able to transfer ourselves into robot bodies. And then that's a whole new lease on life, brother.
I'm down to be a robot, but only when I'm just about to like check out physically, then they can put my my chip into the thing. Because I'd like to have the full human experience all the way, and then whatever happens afterwards, I'm not gonna know. So have you guys ever seen Transcendent Man? I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. I picked up on a sound in this song, and it's part of it is like being separated from it for long enough to have not listened to it for a while, and then also part of it is that now we're in 4/5 with Suno, right? And like listening to 3/5, there's a warble that's there, not all the time,
Yeah.
but it's kind of there. And when I first started making music like this, when I first started doing Suno and sharing it with my friends, I noticed that some of them were more interested in others. And some of them were just kind of like, and then, my buddy Jay, a good friend of mine, was very much just like, yeah, it just sounds weird. And I was maybe so engrossed in it that I didn't catch it. But now that I'm listening back to this older version, it's like, oh yeah, there's like a wonky kind of warbly thing going on that it's a little off-putting.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. No, I feel that too, and that's the nice thing is that those sort of gripes that we have with writing stuff this way, it kind of goes away after a while. So it's kind of although with version 4 we did have that shimmer, and I did not like that, but
oh man, that was
4.5 is much better.
Yeah. 4 or 5, I think, cleaned up a lot of those issues. But yeah, and I was actually thinking too when this song was playing, Carl, like you almost told the future with your notes about like because that's like the next song is like being middle aged and just like not being able to get up without creaking and cracking and.
Dude, I'm 41 and I just step weird and it's over.
Yeah, I'm knocking on 40's door.
Yeah, I'm well into my 41s too, man. I have fucking psoriasis now.
Oh, dude.
It's like, dude, I've never had skin problems before. Psoriasis on my shin, of all places, and then I had eczema around my eyes, and that was really bad, dude. And now I finally feel normal enough to put my face on camera again. Anyways. That said, getting into our 40s, what's it? Get Up is the next one. This one I wrote.
Oh, this one's songs. This one's real fun.
And it'll play.
Time to get up. Worst part of the day. But you gotta do it if you don't, you're never gonna get paid. I shouldn't have stayed up. Get up, but I was having fun. It's 1:45. It's time to do. Best and worst part about working from home is I can wake up in the morning, take a I'm good to go. You gotta know, sometimes I wake up right before a meeting, and I wonder if anyone can tell. My temperature is time to get up. Worst part of the day, but you gotta do it if you don't, you're never gonna get paid. I shouldn't have stayed up. Get up, but I was having fun. It's 1:45. It's time to do. I don't like waking up. I like staying up. Creativity comes from my head, and coffee's in my nice cup. I set alarms and turn them off. Second alarm, and so I turn it off. A third alarm is now going off. The fourth alarm, I can't wake it up. Time to get up. Worst part of the day, but you gotta do it if you don't, you're never gonna get paid. I shouldn't have stayed up. Get up, but I was having fun. It's 1:45. It's time to do. Worst part of the day, but you gotta do it if you don't, you're never gonna get paid. I shouldn't have stayed up. Get up, but I was having fun. It's 1:45. It's time to do.
We should remaster all of these.
Oh, for sure. Well, I don't think I can. Because they're on my other email address, which doesn't have a subscription.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I can always remaster them by rewriting them into 4. Yeah, dude. That's the first one.
Did you remaster anything?
Did I remaster any of these?
No, can't you remaster anything? Can I remaster like one of your songs, Carl?
I
don't think
like
so.
with Suno?
I don't think it's possible.
No.
They should make that optional.
They should make it a toggle for the creator, like if they want to let people remix it.
Dude.
But
like when you upload stuff, like you designate whether people can share it or something. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, all of mine are private except for the few that I've put as public. Mainly because I don't know. Like I wrote it, right? Like I don't want it to just be floating around. Like if you want to copy the lyrics, you type them out because I had to. That's the way. That's my little passive aggressive jab at people who try to steal my AI music. And if you do that, you're a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's bad enough as a musician where I'm quote unquote cheating using AI. Like, don't fucking
double cheat.
Yeah, dude. There's ways. Dude, if you guys ever get a chance and you want to watch some guy, some middle-aged dude, maybe he's younger, I don't know, complain about music industry and namely AI and one thing, but he's very, very good. I follow him. Fuck, I forget his name. I'll have to remember it. Venus Theory, there it is. He has this whole thing.
I was gonna say like worst plug ever.
Yeah, worst plug, Venus Theory.
That's my
so
favorite. Yeah, I don't know who he is.
Oh, and then anyways, he basically, or was it fuck, it could have been somebody else. It could have been Ben Jordan. I don't remember now exactly, but essentially you could copyright strike someone with AI if you use their, it's a whole thing. I'll share it. I'll put the link in the description of this video. How about that? It's definitely worth the watch.
Here's the thing that a lot of people can relate to. This song coming up.
Oh yeah,
well,
dude.
You know what? I relate in that last song, like it was talking about shit, and I feel that, dude. Like my toilet doesn't sweat because it's cold. It's because it's afraid. Man.
Yeah, bro. Hey, you know what else you might want to help too with, Cody? I am writing an album called Country Shit.
Oh, dude.
And it's all country, all pooping all the time.
Yep.
So.
Oh man.
It's so good. Like some of the songs are just laugh factories, dude.
They're real fun, dude.
I just drop hammers anymore.
Yeah, also for that last song, something I remembered to say all of a sudden was that was all off the cuff, right? Like I'm just like, what do I do when I get up in the morning? Because I was just trying to write like a diary of song, right? And so that was gonna be the first entry, and I was like, all right, well, fuck it. I wake up, I don't have to go nowhere, so I can't complain about traffic. And like it just kind of spiraled into this thing. Also, that alarm thing, freaking true story. I set like 4 of them.
I was gonna mention. I'm glad you said that because I was gonna mention I relate to that hardcore. I have like it drives my wife absolutely insane. But it's the only way that I can get up,
dude.
And then the oh man, I forgot it.
I very proudly get up immediately on the first alarm, and that's it.
Oh man,
It doesn't happen for me.
At least you're not one of those psychos that like doesn't have an alarm. I've got buddies that are that way. They're like, oh, I just wake up. It's like,
truth be told, I don't have to set one probably, but I do just in case.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's like, bro, did you break the Matrix? What are you doing?
Here's one thing.
I'm the one.
As much as I have to set alarms, no matter what I do, I'm up at 8. Like I wake up and I'm like, all right.
Oh yeah.
But I close my eyes and I go back to sleep. But
I'd remembered what it is too, real quick. On this song too, in particular with your lyrics, this is when I noticed that you and I have a very different approach to the Tool in terms of what we do lyrically. And it's also when I noticed your skill to, I don't know, it's like a je ne sais quoi. There's like this charm that you have to your stuff that feels like incredibly genuine and not like faked or not like tried to present, just kind of like, this is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first songs where I was like, this is cool as hell.
That's kind of my MO nowadays. It's just like, I ain't trying to be who I ain't, right? Like that's,
I don't subscribe to any of your theories, dude.
I'll leave that to like people who are industry plants and then people emulate them. All right. Next song is Job Search. This one's all Yaz.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
This is my anthem.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I had 7 months of this on loop, so.
To whom it may concern, I need a job. I'm a hard worker, yeah, I can learn real fast. And my knowledge of media is extensive and vast. Also, I am an artist with a lot of cool skills. But if I don't find something quickly, then I can't pay my bills. Seems like no one's hiring, so what's it gotta do? I service as well. So you should consider adding me to your personnel. Seems like no one's hiring, so what's it gotta do? I guess I'll just keep trying, get back up and power through. I'm looking for a job. I mean, I already
I think it's weird that I'm gonna cry to this song.
Gotta find a job. Getting really annoyed. Don't wanna be no unemployed good.
Guitar solo.
Charismatic with a colossal vocab. I could sell water to a fish.
this is when they used to repeat the second verse.
Oh, yeah.
Customer service as well. So you should consider adding me to your personnel. Seems like no one's hiring, so what's it gotta do? I guess I'll just keep trying, get back up and power through. I'm looking for a job. I mean, I already have one, but I need a better one soon. Gotta find a job. Getting really
Like it's big
annoyed.
and
Don't
rich with
wanna be
techno.
no unemployed good.
Yeah, dude.
Like the horse ride of Cody.
Here's my resume and my work history. And just remember, you can't spell awesome without me. Looking for a job. I mean, I already have one, but I need a better one soon. Gotta find a job. Getting really annoyed. Don't wanna be no unemployed good.
Yeah, dude.
I like the
Dang.
little breaks in there with the guitar solos.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It was like Cotton Eye Joseph.
what Yaz was talking about earlier, I'm picking up now too, is that warble in the voice, especially this one. It sounds like it's almost rough around the edges, like it's like a Brillo pad in your ear, but just
Yeah.
it's just skirting the walls as it's entering.
Yeah. It's like a
Ear canal.
found recording.
Yeah.
And something else
B-side.
too, a quick note on that with the second verse thing, like I mentioned when it was playing, that used to be a really common, sometimes it still does it,
Yeah.
but it used to be a real common thing back in 3-3-5 days when like you would do 2-3 verses and then it would repeat one of the verses, either the first or the second. And another note on that, the reason that it's still that way on the album is that at that point in time there was no way to edit.
Yeah.
So, you get the song and it's like, if you like the sound, then that's the one, brother, because you're going to have to just rerun it otherwise.
Yep.
It's hard to explain it from a singing perspective, but like that weirdness that's on those vocals that happened a lot back then. It's like he's trying to sing in that key, but it's out of its range, but making it work anyway.
Yes.
It's almost auto-tuning itself, just
Yeah.
to hit that note. So I'm gonna do this.
Something like
This is
doing that,
me.
but
This is me
computer.
putting up a timeout for edit.
Yeah.
Cody, can you move your mic to your left or your right so it's not covering your face? Yeah, that.
Yeah, I tried to move it and then I moved my body.
All right, so I'm gonna remove my hands so that when we do the edit, when I stop doing this, that's when we cut it.
All
There
right,
we go.
we're going to leave it in.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that in, and that's how we do things behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, dude. All right, what's the next one? I don't even remember. This one's great. So I wrote this one.
This is First Day.
Yeah,
This
dude.
one is a sleeper, dude.
This one I wrote, I think the day after I started my new job. I think that's what it was, or the same
This
week.
is also another example of you just like word vomiting and somehow it still works.
Yeah, dude. I vomit from both ends, brother. I'm gonna hit play now.
bro.
Word.
It's my first day. I don't know what to do. I start asking questions, checking for messages, answers for my questioning, investigating, trying to be an important employee. Yay! I'm on the job, that's right, I got me a new employer. For 7 months I couldn't find a gig while sitting on the toilet, couldn't go. Would you know that the job market was slow? I didn't know LinkedIn had a shit ton of bots and scam callers trying to act like they're recruiters. Tell them off. It's my first first day, I don't know what to do. I start asking questions, checking for messages, answers for my questioning, investigate and try to be an important employee. Yay! You gotta ask questions, no one's gonna tell you. Better ask questions. People busy, you should still be asking questions. The more you do, the less likely that you mess up. It's my first day, I don't know what to do. I start asking questions, checking for messages, answers for my questioning, investigate and try to be an important employee. Took a long time, trying to find a tech job online, taking time, working overtime, not working, looking on the websites, trying to see if there are openings I might like. Riding a bike, nope. Walking a tightrope, gotta find a job so I can use electric night lights. Dope. It's my first day, I don't know what to do. I start asking questions, checking for messages, answers for my questioning, investigate and try to be an important employee. I'm middle-aged.
I forgot I threw that line in there.
Oh yeah. I think it happens twice.
And I love this little that.
Yeah, dude. This break is clean. I really like this.
It's got Showcase Showdown written all over it.
Yeah.
And you gotta guess the price of all this stuff you're not gonna really get.
Two in the Plinko, one in the Stinko.
Yeah, dude.
It sounds like popcorn by Hot Butter.
It kind of does.
Took a long time, trying to find a tech job online, taking time, working overtime, not working, looking on the websites, trying to see if there are openings I might like. Riding a bike, nope. Walking a tightrope, gotta find a job so I can use electric night lights. Dope. It's my first day, I don't know what to do. I start asking questions, checking for messages, answers for my questioning, investigate and try to be an important employee. Yay! I'm middle-aged.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know.
I am 2/3 age.
Yeah, dude. I am constant age, brother.
I do have to say, man, like the like drastic change between like what you guys have done then and what we do now is amazing. Like, just like you can hear how like everybody's sound has evolved so much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not just the sound, not just like the capability of Suno, but like the way that we write stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm doing this even though we're going to leave it in. I need to go get more water, so I will go do that.
I was about ready to throw a fit. I'm like, my face is not behind the mic.
I'll be right back.
All right, I will also be right back, and we'll cut out our backs from the thing. Okay.
I'm gonna go poop with the door open.
I'm sweating like a stuck pig over here.
I'm sweating like a me. No, it was hot as shit in my house today. I actually turned the air on. I don't know, just couldn't get circulation or what. I had the front and back door open and the garage door, screen door open, and it was just like I was in my underwear sweating like a sitcom dad.
Yeah, it's like it's only 80 here, but for some reason 80 in Colorado is like 100 everywhere else.
Right. Well, a common misconception about Chicago. It gets brutal, some of the worst winters anywhere, but it also gets hot as fuck and humid too.
Yeah.
So
I had a lot of friends go to basic training in the summer there, and that's all they said was like at the Navy basic, and that's all they said was like how humid it was.
Yeah, it's brutal. I mean, it's like it's not as bad as Florida, obviously, but it's.
Oh, I hear we're talking about humidity, eh?
Yeah, dude, we're middle aged and we talk about weather, dude.
Yeah, my fucking knee is acting up, dude.
Let me tell you something, brother. Have you ever worn a wet blanket?
Yeah, it's called I'm hairy and I sweat.
Yeah, brother. Well, let me tell you something. Florida, for us big boys,
Oh, dude.
I'd rather be dead. It'd be like,
I'm-
where would you rather be than outside for more than like 7 minutes in
I'm
Florida?
an absolute
like, dead.
sadist. I'm in Florida 3, 4, 5 times a year, and we're hoping to
loves it,
move
dude.
there. And might just titties be wet.
Moving where?
Directly into Disney World.
Haines City, Ocala.
Ocala. That's not far
yeah,
from us.
Somewhere
Ocala's like 2 hours.
Maybe Celebration if we can swing it.
All right.
Isn't
so
shit going on really in Ocala, but that could be a good thing.
are we gonna restart? Are we leaving some of this conversation? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
think
talked
some
about
of
my
it's fine.
tits.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you talking about Chicago getting hot. Yeah, that was I lived in Michigan briefly, and when we were leaving, I was surprised at like how nice it was. It was like the first week of May. It was like the first because we got there in like October, and it wasn't a hard winter, but I mean for Florida boys, it was like, what's all this snow?
Where in Michigan?
And then like the week we left, it was like gorgeous, and I was like, oh, I see why people live up here.
Where were you in Michigan?
Oscoda. Okay. So it was like 3 hours north of Detroit.
Yep.
So one of the
right on Lake Huron.
One of the things I hear from, or when we first moved here, the things I would hear from the locals. Now I consider myself a local, but
Bigfoot stuff.
People would move from Michigan all the way down to Florida because it's too cold up there. And then they go to Florida. It's like, oh man, it's too hot. So they come up to Tennessee, and that's where they hang out.
That actually totally tracks because
Yeah.
you do get like real. That's the thing about the Midwest too, like Colorado and Oklahoma and Tennessee. You guys have like real seasons.
Most
Like
of
in Florida, it's either Jumanji rain, or you're sweating, or it's like to the bone cold. Like the cold is different too because of the humidity.
Right.
Shit.
All right. I'm gonna say, shall we start then? Continue.
Let's
All right.
roll. Continue. Let's roll on.
The recontinuation. The next song is Motown.
Well, I mean, coming off the heels of that last song, I just wanted to point out real quick that I have 20 years of logistics experience in rail and trucking and petroleum. If anybody out there can help me.
Yeah,
God,
dude. Hire your boy.
Yeah, his name is Cody Halber. You can find him on Instagram at Cody from Indiana. And
I don't know if that's where I want people looking.
Yeah, dude, that's where they're going to look because they're going to see the real you. And if they hire you from that, then you got the best job ever, dude.
Onlyfans.com/.
We want to go there, guys? I don't
This
know if I'm
is-
gonna be
this-
dropping truth bombs on my first appearance.
Yeah, dude.
This one is Motown, isn't it?
Motown,
I think
yeah.
this is the first one I ever wrote.
Okay.
So I think that I think I wrote Motown first. And that's when I was like, I should make a whole album like this.
Yep.
And so yeah, I'm like 95% sure this was the first one.
Here we go then. Let's hear Motown.
Pretty sure.
Gentlemen, start your engines! It's Mo time! Summertime is here, that's a telltale sign. Grass grows faster in 3 months than in the last 9. It's time to gas up the old cutting machine. Hit the scene with my landscape and strutting routine. More sun shining, there's a gentle breeze. Got my dad hat shorts up above my knees. About to take a couple inches off of the top. Once I get started mowing, it's hard to stop. It's time to mow. If you don't do it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, it will also edge and blow. I keep my yard bags out in the garage on a shelf because the grass ain't never gonna cut itself. I really hope it didn't rain a lot the night before. Gotta try to keep it nicer than the guy next door. Push for the front, zero turn for the back. Trim the bushes and don't forget to weed whack. Before you know it, the overgrowth is gone. Now kindly stay the hell off of my lawn. It's time to mow. If you don't do it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, it will also edge and blow. Mow, let's go. Are you with me? Let's do it. go. It's time to mow. If you don't do it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, it will also edge and blow. It's time to mow it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, it will also edge and blow.
Oh, damn. The oh yeah morphed into the guitar.
If you don't do it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, then we'll also edge and blow. It's time to mow. If you don't do it now, that grass will continue to grow. So let's go. When we get done mowing, then we'll also edge and blow.
Yeah, dude.
You know, now that I'm hearing it again, it seems like almost more of an encouraging tune for myself
Right.
than anything else. Because, like, admittedly, my yard's a bit of a beast.
Yeah,
That's like our neighbors, man. They didn't cut their grass at all last year, and it doesn't seem like they're going to do it again this year.
Whoa.
And if
And
you're
by the
good
way-
at something, don't change.
By the way, that zero turn line that's a pipe dream, brother. If I had a zero turn mower, I probably wouldn't have ever even written Motown.
Dude,
But because I have a push mower, dude, that's not even self-propelled, brother.
dude,
That's a different story.
you're preaching to the choir. I have an acre of grass, and I have a push mower. I did it once, and then I was like, all right, it's
Yeah.
either I get a riding mower, ideally a zero turn, or I just hire someone to do it until I can just say, all right, here's some FU money. I'm buying this.
Well, like when we moved in, we've got 3/4 of an acre or whatever, and money was tight. You just buy your first house and shit. Jessica was like, "Well, I mean, we could probably get by with having a push mower for a year or two," and I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, if you want to push mow this motherfucker, knock yourself out." But I'm gonna go to a secondhand store and buy the shittiest rickety riding mower until I can get a good one.
Worthy investment, dude, because my God.
I've got a zero turn now.
Oh,
Hell
look
yeah.
at you.
Yeah,
Moving up
fancy
like
with
the
an
Jeffersons, bro.
no job, but I've got a
Zero turn, dude.
And,
Hey, are you listening? You guys hear that? Hirers,
Yep.
recruiters, are you listening?
no job, but
He may not have a job, but
I can mow a lawn
Zero
fast
turn.
as fuck
quite
now.
He's quite the lawnmower, dude.
Yeah, but I had a regular lawnmower that was residual after I got again the zero turn mower, and my neighbor is a whiz kid. He's like 17. He can do anything mechanically, and he
there you
this
go.
winter turned my riding mower for me. Put a plow blade on it with a winch and a remote control so I can like plow my driveway with it. Put big old ATV tires on it. I'm from Indiana, guys.
This dude's like a BattleBots contestant.
Yeah.
They have a mower racing in Georgia, man. That's like a southern
Battlebots.
thing.
I believe that, dude. Lawnmower race. Let's go
Water
out of the
split.
lawnmower races.
Dude, I did
What
share
up?
with Cody the potbelly pig races, and them shits are fun.
No, dude, we
Yeah.
have Florida Man games down here now.
Yeah, just
Don't they
watch
just
the
call
news.
it games?
Yeah, they just,
Yeah, well, normally that's the case, but for the last, I think, 2 years now, it's like an official thing. That's like the Florida Man. Like you have to like one of the things is like escaping the police. It's just all insane.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, like full disclosure, the pig race thing came about because I was telling him that Jessica and I would get Stony Baloney and watch like
the marble
marble
races. Yep.
racing videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah, dude, I don't
It's
even have to be
so
high to
awesome.
do that.
Dude,
I'll
so
sit for
awesome.
hours on TikTok watching that.
Yeah, but
stuff.
we would like bet and like fight each other
Oh,
about it and get real competitive.
yeah.
It's rad. I think that we need to start like
Dude, I already have it. I'm not going to talk
watching
about it on this show right now. We'll talk about it afterwards. I already have it. We just need to produce it. That's it. And what's great is
Alright.
I'll get shirts made.
people can enter their own contestants. That's the fun part about what I'm coming up with. So,
Man,
anyways,
I'm nipping out.
yeah, dude.
All right, what's next? I don't
next-
even remember.
It is Day in the Life.
Oh yeah, this
Oh,
one's
the
another
Beatles
one.
song. Cool.
Dude, every one of Song's ones on here is like that. It's like experimentally genuine.
Yeah, again, it stemmed from the whole diary concept. I'm like, all right, let's
good.
Let's just be 100% genuine. So here it is. I forget how good this is.
It is.
Sometimes I feel like people don't understand me. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself constantly. So I'm gonna tell you all a story, alright? This is a song that's gonna take you through my day, just a day in the life. I wake up and I brush my teeth, start of my day, every day of the week. After that I feed my dog, then I take him outside. When we come back and I give him a treat, and then it's time to sit down and weep, cause I gotta work now, working from home, you know the struggle. Feel like I'm trapped inside of my own little bubble. I'm tired all the time, but that's okay, cause this predicament is a creation of my own kind. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand me. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself constantly. So I'm gonna tell you all a story, alright? This is a song that's gonna take you through my day, just a day in the life. Time for food. I haven't had lunch yet. What you in the mood for? I wanna eat something that's sweet, followed by some kind of rice and meat. Have a seat in the kitchen, right up on the countertop. My hand slipped, my plate I dropped. Now it's time to clean up all the slop. Let's get to it. Gotta bust out napkin sprays, on my knees wiping up for days. You know, run a clean house. No creature is stirring, never a mouse. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand me. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself constantly. So I'm gonna tell you all a story, alright? This is a song that's gonna take you through my day, just a day in the life. Let me tell you about paying bills. My bank account is not a thrill, but I work from home, so it's pretty chill. But that's a stanza about paying bills. I don't wanna do it anymore, but if I don't, then you won't hear my music anymore. I rhymed anymore with anymore. I shouldn't say anymore, cause it is quite a bore, something I abhor. Now it's time for us to get back to the chorus. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand me. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself constantly. So I'm gonna tell you all a story, alright? This is a song that's gonna take you through my day, just a day in the life. The day is done and it was fun. Now I gotta wash up, change my dun-dun-duns. I'm all clean, I brush my teeth. Time to lay down and go to sleep. Then I wake up about an hour to one in, and then I brush my teeth and do it all again. Sometimes I feel like people don't understand me. Sometimes I feel like I need to explain myself constantly. So I'm gonna tell you all a story, alright? This is a song that's gonna take you through my day, just a day in the life.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, dude.
So
Dude, 3 and 3-5 would nail those vocals every now and then, just nail them. I mean,
did you
like,
guys?
you got a lot of the Suno like sounds and some stuff, but like, man, every now and then you would just get like a banger like that.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard it, but when I was talking about brushing teeth, you hear shh, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that to get in there, so that was a win. I forgot I did that.
I was
Looks
also
like
thinking.
Nope, you're good.
I was just gonna say, I was also thinking, listening to that one is like, man, it's almost that they're almost more valuable because you only had the one run.
Yep.
You know, like you couldn't edit, so it's like if you were hearing it, that's what the run was.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that was like a good mix between like CeeLo Green and Al Green. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
Macklemore.
bro.
I really like the voice, but I feel like for example, I know Cody could kill that song if he sang it. So it's
Oh yeah, dude.
it's one of those songs I'd love to hear like
That's a
like
humo.
a real band playing it, a really good singer, like that song could be awesome. And then, you know, some lyric changes, of course, because there's a few lines in there I just kind of phoned it in, and I think it's obvious which lines I was talking about. I don't want to talk about that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Anymore. But I like those little things. Those are some of my favorite pieces where it gets like zany. It's like it's fun, especially early on. It was so fun because it was like, you more than me have been like a real stress test for this tool. And I just think that's cool because it's like, what's it going to do? Because like, I feel like I've always written stuff so conventionally that it's hard for me to kind of get out of that box, especially after rapping for so long. Whereas you're just like, oh, well, let's just have fun with it and see what it does. And like, a lot of times it's real cool stuff, dude.
Because at that point, really, it's like, who gives a fuck? Because it's not, I mean, it's a representation of you in the end, but ultimately, you're just, you know, you're pioneering something and saying, like, let's just throw in whatever, and whatever spits out on the other side, it could be fucking rad.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes it is, man. That's a great example of that song.
But writing this album with Yaz, like, we kind of got into the groove of things, so to speak, because we started working around the limitations that Suno had at the time. So imagine, like, I mean, now it's different, right? Like, we're writing purposefully, like we're spelling things incorrectly to get what we want. We're putting in more direction, splitting words up in a different way. Like, all of this has just taught me how to write better. And then also doing the reverse, where I'm writing everything in Suno and then getting a song out and then doing the Humo stuff. I realize where I need to change things, and I try now to apply that when I'm writing for just the Suno stuff, because if I can't say it myself, then, you know, it's like, you know, the human mouth and tongue and everything, it works differently. You have to be able to breathe. So there's all these things that you have to account for, which you don't have to account for in Suno. So that's why sometimes it sounds really like weird. It's like, that doesn't sound right, because it's forced to sound right. There's no breathing because it's not a human being. So those things are what add that little human element, if you can wrap your mind around that.
Speaking of Humo, for season 4, Yaz and Song, and Carl, if you can throw anything in it too, man, we gotta get that Amazon song out.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's right. We gotta re-record that song. We sent, so Cody was out here for the last Dudes Evening, right? Was it?
No, we came out to work on stuff.
Oh, that's right. You just came.
I came out to work on stuff.
So he came over, and then we recorded a bunch of stuff, and then I put in a new hard drive and lost all of the recordings because I
remember when that happened. I remember the hot potato song.
Yeah, hot potatoes what started it.
Hell yeah.
No,
dude.
when I went out there, I bought a new carry-on from Amazon, and they sent
Amazon
me this...
carry-on. You say?
Yeah. Yep. And they sent me the one that was too big to be a carry-on. And I didn't know. They sent me the wrong one, so everybody was just giving me grief, like, "Hey, this is too big. You're gonna have to check this bag, young man." And so I, had to send it back to Amazon, and
it was like 4 centimeters too big or some nonsense.
Pretty much, yeah. They're like, every carry-on in this airport has to fit in a basket, unlike any other airport on the planet that I've ever been to.
It's got to fit in this box of 54 by 54, and yours is 54.2 by 54.2, so it's not going to work.
It has to do 54 by 54 by 1.
Yeah, dude, figure that out, brother. That's for swords.
One.
That's Samurai Airlines, dude.
Listen to this. This is what Cody's talking about. We'll do a little quick.
All right, right on.
Oh, wait, what the where'd it go? Mother S. Hang on.
Mother S.
That's
the wrong one.
Yeah, Mother S, dude. I say that a lot when I'm trying to censor myself because... All right. Let's see. Maybe it won't do it because it's in Discord. I'll try it again.
No, it won't do it because of me.
Way too early. Oh, here it is.
Amazon. I'm on the phone with Amazon. They funked up on my order, so I had to call and fix my order. Amazon.
some luggage, and it was a carry-on, but they sent me a bigger luggage. Now I gotta call Amazon. Motherfucker, Amazon. Amazon. I'm on the phone with Amazon. They fucked up on my order, so I had to call and fix my order. Amazon.
I ordered a desk tray, and it came on the same day. I ordered a desk tray, but my mouse and key will not fit on the tray. Not today, no. Gotta go on the app, gotta send that shit back. Oh well, guess I gotta use my normal desk again. Crap.
Amazon. Amazon. I'm on the phone with Amazon. They fucked up on my order, so I had to call and fix my order. Amazon. Amazon. Amazon.
Have you had this experience? How was your experience? On a scale of 1 to motherfucker, how would you rate your experience?
Motherfucker.
Oh, alright. On the same scale of using 1 to motherfucker, how likely would you be to recommend Amazon to your friends?
Motherfucker. Amazon. Amazon. I'm on the phone with Amazon. They fucked up on my order, so I had to call and fix my order. Amazon.
How's your ass?
Yeah, dude. All right, I'm gonna stop it there. Man, that was a fun song. I forgot about a lot of it, and there's a part where, I mean, me and Cody were having a field day with this whole thing. Like, we were walking around. There's a point in the recording where I was doing this like kind of Randy Newman thing.
Yeah.
Amazon. Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh
dude,
man,
that's what's going
so
on.
much fun. All right, let's get into
Hey,
the.
you know, AI Randy Newman did the music for Robot Roommates, dude. So.
Oh man. All right, the next one is Accidental Nap. Let's get into this guy.
Oh, this one was one of the first ones I did too.
Yeah, I feel this.
This is his first story.
Woke up in a daze, what the heck happened to me? It was just 10 p.m. All of a sudden it's 2:45. What's the deal? Gotta be to work by 9. Might as well stay up now. When you need to rest your body, always finds a way out. I didn't mean to fall asleep. It's out of my control. Getting old really takes its toll. Whoa, whoa. This afternoon I took an accidental nap. One seat on the couch and apparently that was a wrap. I like to say that I'm getting too old for this crap, but actually, biologically speaking, I'm the perfect age for an accidental nap. Working every day, waiting for the weekend. Seems so far away, never get to sleep in. Give my brain caffeine, trick it into staying awake. But now I'm at the age where staying up too late is a big mistake. I didn't mean to fall asleep, it's out of my control. Getting old really takes its toll. Whoa, whoa. This afternoon I took an accidental nap. One seat on the couch and apparently that was a wrap. I like to say that I'm getting too old for this crap, but actually, biologically speaking, I'm the perfect age for an accidental nap.
This gives me big, like Jason Derulo wanna want me vibes.
Yeah.
If missing sleep were a criminal offense, I'd probably be in jail. This afternoon I took an accidental nap. One seat on the couch and apparently that was a wrap. I like to say that I'm getting too old for this crap, but actually, biologically speaking, I'm the perfect age for an accidental nap. This afternoon I took an accidental nap. One seat on the couch and apparently that was a wrap. I'd like to say that I'm getting too old for this crap, but actually, biologically Strictly speaking, I'm the perfect age for an accidental nap.
Horn break, dude.
Love the horn.
You know what? The background instruments sound like Heart of Glass.
Yeah.
That was a
Sitcom.
game show.
Yeah, man.
So,
On the dismount.
You ever do the thing where you like accidentally fall asleep and you wake up at like 7 p.m. but you think you can't tell if it's 7 a.m. and you wonder everything that you missed out on?
Yeah, more often lately than I'd care to admit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, naps throw my whole thing off. And the only naps I take now are accidental. I don't think I've ever taken a nap on purpose. Ever.
I feel like
I get those naps where you like fall asleep for 30 minutes and then wake up suffocating because you have sleep apnea, dude.
Yeah, brother. I'm intimately familiar with that, bro. That's the thing that's so funny is like, I was talking to a buddy one time about how he wakes up, and he was like, "How do you wake up?" And I was like,
screaming.
And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like pretty much every day. That's my wake up routine."
Cool, man.
Yeah, brother.
Well,
Just
at least you're
reattach
consistent.
myself back to the earth.
I have a deviated septum from being punched in the nose for defending my grandmother's honor when I was in middle or elementary school. So I've tried every
Nice.
single thing to not snore outside of surgery, because if it ain't broke, don't cut into it and make me potentially get an infection and die.
But it is.
But yeah, dude.
That's like when Sasso does his impression of how he sleeps. That's how I sleep, when he's just like,
Yeah. So I got like one of these guys. You put it on here, and it's the only thing that opens the passage, but it don't fucking matter because my allergies are like, nah, bitch. All right. The next song is video games. So
this one's really fun too.
I think this one's topically relevant right now because Nintendo's doing some dastardly deeds, and the industry is following suit. So vote with your wallets, people. Don't buy Nintendo products until they stop with all their bullshit.
Just get Schedule 1, dude. It's $20.
Just get it. Build yourself a PC before everything becomes extremely expensive again, and possibly
You should be gaming on
that way.
PCs anyway, bro.
Yeah, I mean, exclusive titles be damned. Like if they really want to sell them, they'll make them available for PC as well.
Yeah.
You gotta wait a little longer. Oh well, dude. And don't pay $100 for a game unless it's like all the DLCs and everything combined. Even then, that's kind of pushing it.
I think GTA 6 would be worth $100.
If I get
That's
everything
what's
at
funny.
once,
Oh.
sure. But I am not
You
going
ain't gonna get
to.
everything at once, dude.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna do that weird shit. And I might even wait till it gets real cheap and everyone stops talking about it. Much like how I ingested Game of Thrones. How should I hold it?
I might take a loan out for Red Dead 3.
I'm
They
getting
do a
ready
prequel,
to.
bro.
I'm getting ready to spring for Root Beer Tapper. I want to find out what the hype is about, but I didn't want to pay $4 for it. So
Root beer tapper.
All right, that's perfect segue. Here's video games.
I don't know about that, dude.
What the fuck is up with video games? They're too easy or just cheesy. When the industry was hungry, we had games that were amazing. But now we don't because the industry is lazy as fuck. Back in my day, we didn't have saves. I mean, we kinda did, but that shit always got erased.
Oh my god, man.
You only got 3 lives, or men. If you die 3 times, you gotta start over again. It was frustrating, but if you beat the game without cheating, you know that shit would feel amazing. What the fuck is up with video games? They're too easy or just cheesy. When the industry was hungry, we had games that were amazing. But now we don't because the industry is lazy as fuck. You might think, who are you to talk? Well, I worked in the industry, saw what I needed to see, saw the way that it really be, then decided it's no longer for me. They don't care, just picking the same shit out. Just like Hollywood, they ain't got no damn idea. What the fuck is up with video games? They're too easy or just cheesy. When
Fucking the complaining nerd anthem, right?
I love it. But now we don't because the industry industry is lazy as fuck. I know it's not all games, cause some of these games are quite insane. They used to make a game, they innovate, but now all they do is regurgitate the same shit and I mean shit. Look at that shit, it's all over it, but that's okay, cause all I gotta do to get by it is don't buy it. What the fuck is up with video games? They're too easy or just cheesy. When the industry was hungry, we had games that were amazing, but now we don't, because the industry is lazy as fuck. What the fuck is up with video games? They're too easy or just cheesy. When the industry was hungry, we had games that were amazing, but now we don't, because the industry is lazy as fuck.
Yeah, dude, that's from the heart, brothers.
Yeah. That's personal experience, dude.
Yeah, dude. This is a funner way to complain rather than posting something on Reddit, I say. Cause at least,
oh boy,
cause at least there's some entertainment, you know, like while you're bitching about whatever you're bitching about.
You guys remember the first video game that really blew your fucking mind and made you like say, "That's it, I'm playing video games from now on." Is what I want to do.
Fucking Duck Hunt.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, dude, like Excite Bike, like
No, I mean,
even
like,
Mario. I was like, I'm locked in, bro.
I had
Yeah,
Mario
I
Duck
get
Hunt was the
that.
first thing I had. Oh, and that and Kung Fu.
I'm in the same boat, but like, here's my example, right? Like, I always played the games from, you know, Mario Duck Hunt combo, right? And, you know, Jumpman. But like, when the first Resident Evil for PS1 came out, and I played that shit, and I was like,
yeah.
oh my God, I want to do nothing but be 500 pounds and play video games. And I did. I achieved my dream and had to get surgery.
Oh, dude, I have a weird one. Rush 2.
Leisure Suit Larry.
No. Rush 2.
Rush
it was
2, man. That was
a
great racing
car
game, right?
racing game for the
Yeah.
N64, and there was a level called Stunt, where you could customize your car, and then you could go on there and just do tricks and stuff. I put more hours into that, both by myself and with my cousin. And that probably was a turning point for me. Really, the N64 in general, because like I remember renting the N64.
I rented the
from the
PlayStation for my
Blockbuster.
birthday party.
Yeah, dude, and getting like Cruising USA. That was, I think, really when I was like,
Hydro
okay, I'm
No,
gonna do
dude.
this
If
forever.
we're talking N64, dude, it was all about Blast Core. And I don't care if anyone hasn't played it. That game,
man.
that and
Dude,
Pilot
my
Wings.
buddy
I had
loved
Pilot
that.
Wings for SNES, and then Pilot Wings on the N64. Leagues better just because he had the 3D aspect. But man, good times.
Ocarina of Time was a 10 out of 10 and still relevant. Still a great game.
I think I'm wearing my Ocarina.
Hey, there you go.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I didn't even.
Yeah,
notice that.
dude.
Nice.
Hang on,
Ocarina
dudes.
Oot's the best one, dude.
on,
And GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and
See, I was a Sega guy. I had the Genesis.
Nerd Town.
Oh,
Dude, that
that's
too,
my-
man.
that's my wife. Oh, the
There you
Master
go.
Sword. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, this is a novelty sword, dude. That means if I hit something with it, it's gonna break.
It's gonna
My
shatter
wife,
into 1,000
my wife is a Sega lady. She, I just got her a Sonic game on the Genesis.
I still have a
Say-
Dreamcast back there.
Sega was
Oh,
the
hell
first,
yeah.
like Genesis was the first, like I don't want to call it like new gen console, but like the first like mind bending console that I owned, you know, because it had like Mortal Kombat 1 came out for the Genesis.
Oh
right?
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
and
dude.
like, what else was
And
on there?
you had to put in the codes to get
Dude.
blood.
Beavis and
Golden
Butthead on the
Axe and
Genesis was
stuff,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah,
Golden
man.
Axe,
Shit, dude.
brother.
All right.
Altered
And
Beast.
Streets of Rage, dude.
Rise from your grave. Welcome to your doom. Yeah, I remember that game. All right. I'm going to hit play
Jury
on this
Duty.
next one. Jury Duty. This one's great.
That's a song.
I got a summons in the mail that told me I need to report for jury duty service. It looks like I'm due in court. Gotta show up on a Monday at 11 a.m. I'll have to see other people. I don't get along with them. maybe it'll be a big case. Gotta press my suit and shave my face. What if it goes on for months? Hope I only have to do it this once. What happens if I say he's guilty and everyone else is not guilty? Now I don't really feel so great. Should I get out now? Is it too late? I need an exemption. They might call me snooty. I don't really wanna get stuck doing jury duty. I need some redemption. Can somebody save me? I don't see no answer on this paper they gave me. Got a call from a county clerk. It turns out I'm a perfect choice. Sounds like it might be boring. I could just hear it in her voice. What if someone films the whole thing and it goes viral online? What if the victim isn't alive and the criminal is like 9? Not to be a jerk, but I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I was summoned by mistake. Can someone look into this? I need an exemption. They might call me snooty. I don't really wanna get stuck doing jury duty. I need some redemption. Can somebody save me? I don't see no answer on this paper they gave me. Not to be a jerk, but I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I was summoned by mistake. Can someone look into this? I need an exemption. They might call me snooty. I don't really wanna get stuck doing jury duty. I need some redemption. Can somebody save me? I don't see no answer on this paper they gave me. Call the number and I got a recording that says civil service work is both adored and rewarding. But now it's got me thinking twice. To be a fair juror, it's important to be precise. Not to be a jerk, but I don't know if I can do this. Maybe I was summoned by mistake. Can someone look into this? I need an exemption. They might call me snooty. I don't really wanna get stuck doing jury duty. I need some redemption. Can somebody save me? I don't see no answer on this paper they gave me. Oh, look at that. It's been canceled. Nice.
That's awesome.
That is also a true story because I have been summoned for jury duty once, and I was like nervous the whole time because I'm like in my natural life super unobservant and have a terrible memory. And I don't know how good I would be served on anything with court. And it was a thing where you had to call a number, and then I called a number, and they were like, call back next week. And then it was like I had to wait a week, and then I called back the next week, and they're like, call tomorrow. And then like we had to wait another night, and then called the next day, and it was canceled. And I was like, oh, thank God. Like,
Yeah. I always wanted to live out my dream of making $5 a day.
yeah, and also like weighing the balance of other human beings in my hands.
Lives,
that
yeah.
sounds great. Yeah,
You know, and that line in there about like shaving and doing your clothes and shit. Like, fuck you. If you're not
Yeah.
gonna pay me real money, I'm gonna come in here dressed in my sweatpants.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
with basketball shorts like Adam Sandler, dude.
So
Seriously.
combination of this got canceled also is just kind of ironic. So I went to, jury duty thing, sat in the freaking room with a whole bunch of other people for like a few hours. They had computers set up there that had emulators on them. At the courthouse, mind you. So they pirated games to put on their computers so that they wouldn't have to spend money on all that stuff so that people wouldn't be bored while the rest of the people were watching probably a bootleg copy of Seabiscuit. And literally, that's what was on. I'm not even joking. That was Seabiscuit. I remember seeing Tobey Maguire. I'm like, yep, not interested. I'm going to play
Imagine
these emulators.
bootlegging Seabiscuit.
Dude,
with
my
Tobey
friend
Maguire.
had to pay 15 grand because he downloaded a tracker copy of Dallas Buyers Club.
Oh my
And they
God.
busted him. He had to pay it.
You
That was
wouldn't download a car.
Yeah, bullshit. I'd download
Yeah.
that shit today.
For sure.
All right, man.
All right. What else is there?
Dad jokes.
Oh, yeah. My dad was like a big dad joke guy. So, in fact, one of them in here is his.
Nice.
So,
Here we go.
don't fight, 'cause they don't have any guts, you know I'm right. Have you ever wondered how the ocean says hi? It doesn't, it just gives a wave goodbye. Why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants? In case he got a hole in one, don't wanna take a chance. Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere, check out this tune. When you need a chuckle and you're feeling kinda sad, you can always count on good old dad, 'cause you know he's got dad jokes, bringing in tons of fun. Dad jokes, everybody knows at least one. Whether it's a riddle or a limerick or a pun, he won't stop telling dad jokes until he's done. Dad jokes. Woo!
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah, dude.
That's all I know.
It's too tired, can't trust stairs. They're always up to something. I'm retired. See, I was tired yesterday, and now I'm tired again today. Fish come with their own scales, so they're easy to weigh. One thing I can get behind, he's a shield. A farmer won the Nobel Prize. He was outstanding in his field.
I always said scarecrow for that one.
Nacho cheese. If you can't stand in a corner, they're 90 degrees. When you need a chuckle and you're feeling kinda sad, you can always count on good old dad, 'cause you know he's got dad jokes, bringing in tons of fun. Dad jokes, everybody knows at least one. Whether it's a riddle or a limerick or a pun, you know he won't stop telling dad jokes until he's done. Dad jokes. Whoa! Or you make a hot dog stand, you just gotta take away its chair. What kind of shorts do clouds wear? You guessed it, underwear.
I did not guess it.
Yeah, I didn't have time to guess.
Guess what? Chicken butt.
I don't think I even asked for any of these guitar solos either.
Dad jokes, bringing in tons of fun. Dad jokes, everybody knows at least one. Whether it's a riddle or a limerick or a pun, you know he won't stop telling dad jokes until he's done. Dad jokes. Whoa!
He's really wailing on that one note.
I want to see a full band cover some of this weird shit that Suno does. It'll be so much fun.
Oh,
Band
yeah.
from Sling Blade.
Yeah.
Well, there's like pieces of it that are like Huey Lewis and stuff. It's like, what is happening here?
Yeah, there's definitely some weird stuff. Definitely. The next one is Wasting My Life. So that's pretty
another-
too.
You know, it's interesting too about this album. Just a quick note. It's almost like it's 2 different albums.
Right. And I mean,
And it's like song stuff is laid within and throughout mine, but like you could pretty much separate them if you wanted to.
yeah. What's fun too is like without, unintentionally, you have like a duality thing going on the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's one side, there's the other side, they converge in the middle with time, brother.
Yeah, bro.
All right. I'm going to hit play on this one.
I'm wasting my life working for the man. Which man is that? That's a government. Got a 5-year plan. This is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. That's the government. Got a 5-year plan. This is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I wake up, then I go to sleep, then I wake up again, and then I go to sleep, then I wake up. You could probably see I do it all again, and then I'm going back to sleep. I'm wasting my life working for the man. Which man is that? That's a government. Got a 5-year plan. This is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life government, that's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? Work for 8 hours, and then I work some more. Then I get out of work, now I'm driving to the store. It's fucking busy in this shit. Then I finally get home, then I crawl into my bed, then it's time to work some more. I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? One day, I'ma be rich. I'm sick of this shit. I'm a broke ass bitch. Oh shit, look at that. Found a fat stack. I'ma tell my boss to kiss my motherfucking ass. I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that?
Now that I'm listening to this again for the first time in a long time, that chorus is so long-winded.
Oh, yeah. Well, the claps are great because it feels like it could be like a line dance song.
Yep. It's got
I'm
that.
wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life. How you feel about that? I'm wasting my life, working for the man. Which man is that? That's the government. Got a 5-year plan, this is how it stands. I'm wasting my life.
I want to redo that one. Oh, the next one.
Oh,
Fucking
boy.
HOA, dude. Holy shit.
That's a whole different bag of snakes, dude.
Yeah, dude. Let's hear it.
Good old Florida terms.
Let's hear the end of it.
Homeowners Association, or like homeowners annoyance, homeowners alienated, homeowner abuse.
Booting up my PC to a rather nasty email. It said I'm in violation of some mundane minor detail. They're watching every move, it's like the neighborhood police. I paid your stupid fee, now could you let me live in peace? The house around the corner from me has overgrown grass, but it's owned by a giant corporation, so they give them a pass. If I try to call them, no one answers the phone. I'm a prisoner in my own home. I paid just to the HOHOA. You're something with which I could do away. I don't ever want to do what you say. You don't even deserve my time of day. HOA, you have been the source of great dismay. You put my attitude into disarray. I hate you more than I could ever convey. I hate your HOA. Last week they sent out a rather rude letter. Said that the bushes in the front yard should look better. I took some clippers to them, but then wouldn't you know, I got a note today that said I cut the bushes too low. They find me to try to have a birthday celebration, and don't even get me started on holiday decorations. I'm not even allowed to pay my own front door. It's a psychological war. It's me against the HOHOA. You're something with which I could do away. I don't ever want to do what you say. You don't even deserve my time of day.
Figure out like a YMCA style dance for this song.
Yeah,
I hate you more than I could ever convey. I hate your HOA. I'm way too old to be told what to do. Only one of us can win, and I'm not letting it be you. I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and if you keep it up, I might be motivated to sue.
Ba-na, ba-na, ba-na.
H-O-H-O-A. You're something with which I could do away. I don't ever want to do what you say. You don't even deserve my time of day. H-O-A. You have been the source of great.
Couldn't do it.
My attitude into disarray. I hate you more than I could ever convey. I hate you, H-O-A. You suck.
It's fun listening to these older Sunos because
You suck.
yeah, because you suck.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty fine point with it.
You suck.
Oh, thanks.
My
Thanks again.
mom's HOA. The woman did the right thing and wrote them a letter to get permission to change her bushes in her landscaping, and they said sure. She provided them with the type of bushes that they were and everything, and then she put them in, had them professionally done, and then they said, "Oh no, we thought that they were going to be these kind of bushes. You need to have them all torn back out and put the original ones back in."
Oh,
Bastards.
I would have planted it in their fucking yard, like their
Yeah, dude.
yard.
And you know what else? The office is like always like across town. It's like you're not even over here.
It's a
dude.
post office box.
we don't have an HOA, but we get the city code compliance, and we got a fine from them for having our trash cans in front of our garage.
I live out in the county. It is the Wild West out here, and it's great.
Yeah, we have an HOA and we're not even homeowners, dude. We're renters, but it's like we still have to, we'll still get notices. And when we first moved in, dude, it's not as bad, honestly, lately, but when we first moved in, it felt like every other week. It was like, the grass needs to be mowed. These bushes need to be trimmed. And it's like,
Yeah, the fuck needs to be offed by.
yeah, brother. Exactly.
All right, the next one is Constructive
Oh,
Greed.
Constructive Greed. I love this song.
Here we go. No context. You're just gonna hear it.
Gap Band.
Facts.
Yeah, it's like vanilla fudge or something.
I'm feeling pensive, 'cause everything is so expensive.
It kind of sounds like you song.
Inflation,
I mean, I wrote
A
it.
little bit. Still relevant.
to the station. I'm calling bullshit, 'cause I am so sick of it. Yeah. The economy's a construct of greed. We go and buy the things we really don't need. And it's illegal to be like the rich and regal, 'cause they make it that way. And that's the price we have to pay. Pay your taxes. They take your taxes. They take them every 2 weeks, so straight out your salary. Oh, no way. And every 365 days. Bad boys, what they're gonna do is the IRS, and they're coming for you.
The IRS, dude.
The economy's a
Toy
construct of
Story.
greed. We go and buy the things we really don't need. And it's illegal to be like the rich and regal, 'cause they make it that way. And that's the price we have to pay. It's by design, this life of crime. It's robbery, what they're doing to us all. It's blasphemy, and don't get me started
I did write this one, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think you sung it too, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
Just like it.
It's like the original Humo, bro.
Bill
Never
Clinton
turn
on
down
sax.
sax
everybody.
solo. Oh yeah, dude. This song might have like been a big inspiration in music for the end of the world.
This song is a result of living in the world, having responsibilities, and having zero knowledge of economy.
This is what happens when you have consciousness, brother.
Yeah, dude. Because the simplest answer is usually the right one.
Yeah,
And the
that's
game is rigged.
Occam's razor, brother.
Not to be confused with Murphy's Law, which is a totally different thing, brother.
Yeah, Murphy's Law is he comes in, he kicks the door down, and he's like, freeze, creep. And then you're like, oh, crap, it's RoboCop.
It's when Murphy goes, I am the law.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Judge RoboCop.
Alex Murphy.
Judge Candace Bergen.
Yeah, dude. Freaking.
We got to reapproach that thing about rewriting the movies. Remember I rewrote the opening scene to Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Like I just wrote a song explaining what was happening.
Yeah.
And then you can play it along with the video, and it's like a whole different movie watching experience.
It's like the Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, we got to do that. It's
Kinda,
got to be.
yeah.
It's got to be one movie at a time, and we have to really think about how long it is too. So that's the hard part. All right.
Steel Magnolias.
What is the next one? Tax
Yeah,
Day.
Dr. Zhivago.
Life is beautiful.
I will have to say that song would be a great candidate for a remaster of 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the what?
To remaster that one for 4.5.
Oh, yeah.
That would be an awesome song for it.
This one's just depressing.
Here we go.
Another year gone, bit pass and fester all the time. After paying all my bills, I've got about a single dime. But now it's April 15th, I've got 2 hours to file. So the IRS can take my money and throw it in their giant pile. Didn't even make that much last year. Looking over my expenses, sure wish I could write off beer. I forgot all about the stupid payroll tax. I'm not good at deductions, got me stressed out to the max. It's tax day, doing my best to tell the IRS what I owe. Tax day, I can't mess up, cause if I do, they're gonna know. Never ending headache, committed just won't go away. It's tax day, tax day. Got my W-2s and 1099s in a big old stack. Maybe I should file an extension, cut myself a little slack. Hoping to get a refund, but I'm not holding my breath. The only thing more certain than our taxes is our debt. I wonder if they'll freeze my bank account or garnish my wages for some insane, obscene amount. I'm counting up cash, trying to prepare for the storm. If I could only solve the puzzle on this turn for form. Cause it's tax day, doing my best to tell the IRS what I owe. Tax day, I can't mess up, cause if I do, they're gonna know. Never ending headache, committed just won't go away. It's tax day, tax day. Property, they tax it. Income, they tax it. Purchases, they tax it. Everything, they tax it. Tax day, doing my best to tell the IRS what I owe. Tax day, I can't mess up, cause if I do, they're gonna know. Never ending headache, committed just won't go away. It's tax day, tax day, tax day, tax day. April 15th, have you paid your government today?
I like that wood block at the end.
Yeah. And then it kind of fades out.
They know exactly how much you owe, but they're just gonna like tell you, you know what, you figure it out, and if you're wrong, then you're gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
You tell me what you owe us. It's like, all right.
It's like, yeah, it's like that whole, you know what you did. I'm like, well, if I did, I wouldn't be asking.
Right.
That's the whole reason why you ask questions you don't know the answer to.
Welcome to Miami. Oh, man. Watching any cool shows, Carl? Have you seen the rehearsal, dude?
I'm not. Really, I don't have a lot of time to watch TV, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's probably better. It's all brain rot.
Rewatch a lot of wrestling, which probably isn't better, but I know, man.
Well, no, I mean, at least wrestling has good plot.
Yeah. It's that soap opera for dudes.
I was watching the South Park wrestling episode recently. So good. And like Cartman leans in harder than anybody, dude. Like he's like, it's so funny because like that caricature of a person would be like a perfect wrestler. It's like, oh, you know how to sell, you know how to rile people up and piss them off.
I was listening to an interview with Rob Van Dam. He was trained by the Sheik.
RVD.
Sabu's. I got my RVD shirt on too.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
But that's Sabu's uncle. And he said the first thing he did to him when he got in the ring was choke him and bite his nose.
Whoa, dude. That's wild. You know, my buddy Jay is like the biggest mark I've ever known. And they go to like AEW shows all the time because I guess, they're based out of Jax. That's where Tony Khan's. I don't know if you watch AEW at all.
Yeah.
It's really good.
We have a wrestling school in Boulder. It's like hour and a half away. And I had made a comment on their Instagram. I was like, well, if I wasn't a busted up 41-year-old, I'd love to be there. He was like, hey, we have ref schools too. And I was like, don't tempt me.
Oh, dude. Get yourself, dude, you could be the commissioner, brother. Get you a Mick Foley position.
Dude, that would be fun.
Commissioner Carl.
You know, I always wanted to be one of the people that fights in medieval times, like at the dinner show.
Oh, yeah.
I had this wild dream, like I'm gonna learn how to ride a horse and freaking, because I got the hair, I got the facial hair now too. It's like, all right,
you could rock as a knight like at medieval times.
I think I could. I'm just wait till I get ripped, dude. I've been going to my neighbor, aka personal trainer. I'm fucking getting a little bit of that action going, dude.
Whoa, dude, do you got a permit for those guns?
Yeah, dude. It's called what is it? Concealed carry, constitutional carry.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, if you're in Florida, you don't even need that, brother. You just, if you get a gun, you carry it however you want, dude.
You just start shooting wildly, man.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, funny you say that. We just passed a bill. It goes into effect October 1st. People can now shoot drones out of the sky.
Yeah, that's not gonna go.
Thank God.
I'm gonna be.
Somebody's roof.
It's a ballistic helmet. Halloween, dude. I'm gonna be hitting up the Army Navy surplus store.
It's like, hey, dude, let's go droning today.
Right.
It's drone season, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Gotta shoot them DJIs out the sky, you know. All right, let's get back into this guy.
All right, so this is I'm 40.
Yep, it is.
And this is a real good one.
I wrote this one when I was 40, dude. There's the tail end of the other one. Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Very much on the horns.
I think you mean dude. Listen to me.
Chairs and floors, now it's been 4 decades, and only one thing's changed. Everything is different, ain't a damn thing changed. Cool story. I'm 40, you're going out. I'm 40, spending money. Well, I'm 40, you think it's funny? I'm 40. I grew up without the internet. That's because it hadn't been invented yet. Used to play outside, get a supersized, riding on my bike, just being alive. And now wait, to live I gotta pay. They didn't teach us this shit from K to the 12th grade. We've been lied to. No, really we have. Work hard and you'll succeed. Told that to my dad. Cool story. I'm 40. You going out? I'm 40. Spending money? Well, I'm 40. You think it's funny? I'm 40.
Crazy horn one.
Cool story. I'm 40. You going out? I'm 40. Spending money? Well, I'm 40. You think it's funny? I'm 40. I woke up early at 8:04.
Oh, it's doing that repeating thing.
Now it's been 4 decades, and only one thing's changed. Everything is different, and ain't a damn thing changed. Cool story. Cool story. I'm 40. You going out? I'm 40. Spending money? Well, I'm 40. You think it's funny? I'm 40. I grew up without the internet. That's because it hadn't been invented yet. Used to play outside, get a supersized, riding on my bike, just being alive. And now wait, to live I gotta pay. They didn't teach us this shit from K to the 12th grade. We've been lied to. No, really we have. Work hard and you'll succeed. Tell that to my dad. Cool story. I'm 40. You going out? I'm 40. Spending money? Well, I'm 40. You think it's funny? I'm 40. When I say retirement, you say wrong. Retirement, wrong. Retirement, wrong. I work real hard, now I'm rich, right? Wrong. Rich, right? Wrong. Rich, right? Wrong. Taxes, right? Online classes, nights, I'm molasses, light. I'm talking fastest, slow. Cool story. I'm 40, you going out?
Cool story.
I'm 40, spending money. Well, I'm 40. Think it's funny? I'm 40.
Oh no.
I'm 40.
I love that because the 40 becomes the horn.
I think every year I should
Yeah,
write
dude.
another one of those. I should write one for 41, 42.
Oh, that would be funny, dude.
All
Well,
right.
that
So with
that
the,
was.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I wonder if it repeated stuff early because we didn't give it enough lyrics.
I think that's what it was.
That's what I was gonna say. Was I know back when kind of at least when I first started, we'd do like verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, whatever. And apparently, somebody was saying that because you were putting verse 2 in there, it would occasionally interpret it as you wanted it 2 times.
Yeah.
Whoa! I didn't even think of that. That totally makes sense.
What's funny about that, though, is I will call possibly not bullshit, but possibly not, because I didn't want to. Before we were limited on text space as well, so like now it's a little bit
That's true.
more, but then you were limited to X amount. I don't remember what it is.
I think it might have been 2,000, and now it's 3.
Something I don't remember, but to save on text, I would put chorus. And then, like, you know, later on, I try to type like repeat chorus or just type in chorus the way we always
or
did.
just chorus.
It wouldn't do it. It would take the verse and put that as the chorus. So
That's interesting because that's, I feel like, how you would write it out as a musician, right? Like if you were writing it, I mean, if you're typing it, it's different. But like if you were writing it down, you wouldn't rewrite the whole chorus. You would just put chorus and then move to the next thing.
And part of that too is like, I mean, Suno never explained it to us, right? We had to kind of do this on our own. It was like an ad hoc teach yourself how to do this thing.
Right.
And like with the show, it's like, okay, well, we've kind of figured out our own style. And then now mixing each other's experiences, we're kind of trying to hone that even more. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, it is a tool. You still got to practice writing the stuff down and figuring out what works and what don't. That's practice, dude. So people that say, oh, you just hit the button and get stuff. I mean, sure, you could do that. You don't have to type in your own lyrics, but do it purposefully.
Yeah. Good luck getting good stuff. Dude.
Exactly.
You can tell when somebody does that.
Except
I was gonna say I was just talking to Cody about that the other day. I was texting him and I was like, that's a thing that Song and I have found over time is that like if you actually care what you're writing about, that comes through.
Yeah.
There have been times where like I've had my lyrics and got hung up on something and didn't know how to fill it in or whatever, and then try to run it through something that'll help me come up with some ideas. And of course, it inevitably gives me the like stories untold,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if I could have just done that on my own.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I will say
Yeah.
though, we'll bring it back to the Crom's song about his mom, dude. That was beautiful. I don't care.
Prom mom song.
Yeah, dude, man. That was the first time
Prom
where
mom song,
I
cool
was
guy.
actually yeah, dude. I was actually impressed with what the AI came up with as opposed to, But
Yeah, that was wild.
yeah. Next one's Getting Old.
Getting Old. This one's real pretty too. I like this one. Very chill vibes. It's like a little lo-fi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like going out anymore. Nothing's fun like it used to be no more.
Who wrote this
I'm
one?
getting old,
You did.
or so
Oh.
I'm told, but maybe I'm bold enough to call the liars
you're
on the
getting
bluff.
old.
And let me tell you, I have had enough. At age 3, I was just becoming me. 80s type technology that wasn't going quietly. In the year 2000, they said we'd have flying cars, but they didn't get that far. Instead they sell us shit in jars that we don't need. I don't like going out anymore. Nothing's fun like it used to be no more. Guess I'm getting old, or so I'm told, but maybe I'm bold enough to call the liars on the bluff. And let me tell you, I have had enough. Remember dates and going out, you had to like your company. Can't escape reality, and I'm talking about screens. No, we had the landlines, no internet, Wi-Fi. We threw shoes at power lines, and we always played outside. I don't like going out anymore. Nothing's fun like it used to be no more. Guess I'm getting old, or so I'm told, but maybe I'm bold enough to call the liars on the bluff. And let me tell you, I have had enough. I may be 40, but I feel like a kid, at least inside of my head. Except now I gotta pay bills and pay some bills for my bills. You think it's funny, think I'm clowning around, but are you old enough to recognize this iconic sound?
Nice.
I don't like going out anymore.
I think I added that.
Nothing's fun like it used to be no more. Guess I'm getting old, or so I'm told, but maybe I'm bold enough to call the liars on the bluff. And let me tell you, I have had enough. I don't like going out anymore. Nothing's fun like it used to be no more. Guess I'm getting old, or so I'm told, but maybe I'm bold enough to call the liars on the bluff. And let me tell you, I have had enough.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Very nice stuff.
I forgot all about that song. And yeah, we did add that the dial-up tone.
Yeah, I
in
was gonna
post.
say, like, obviously, Suno didn't do that.
Eating.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's evolving.
I'm sure I tried getting that in there when I wrote the lyrics because that was the whole point.
I think it was part of it, yeah,
Yeah.
and it didn't do it, of course. Like,
No.
it wouldn't do it now. It wouldn't do it in 3.5.
Yeah, hey, we could try it now and see what happens. I mean,
That's true.
coughing
This-
tends to come through, but
Yeah.
I got it to cough once. Yeah.
This one, the last one, this is the last one, folks. This is the closer, the art form. And this was another one, much like the opener. I tend to bookend things if I can. And so this one was, I think, a lot like the opener in the sense of like a disclosure and just trying to be honest about like what this is and what we're doing.
Yep. And we tandem wrote this one.
Yes, we did. Yeah, this was actually, I think, the only one on the album where we both wrote lyrics for it.
Yep. All right, let's hear it.
And non-ironically love this song.
Thank you for listening. We hope you liked our CD. Well, not CD, it's more likely wave than MP3. You might think it's just the push of a button, without accounting for the hours of the writing and cutting. This is an art form, whether you like it or not. There's no music without writers, no movie without a plot. What I mean is it's a tool, spend some time with it and you'll see it's really entertaining. You should give it a shot. I'm getting way too good at writing these, and I'ma keep on going, no apologies. Every time I write a song, I'ma have a great time, so I'm not wasting it. Spend my tokens like a crime lord.
Yeah.
This is an art form, whether you like it or not. There's no music without writers, no movie without a plot. What I mean is it's a tool, spend some time with it and you'll see it's really entertaining. You should give it a shot. Having a conversation with Yazik about creation, and we save on time. It's a friendly fixation. Set that shit on fire with swift sickness. Are you down to bear witness? Us flexing our AI fitness. This is an art form, whether you like it or not. There's no music without writers, no movie without a plot. What I mean is it's a tool, spend some time with it and you'll see it's really entertaining. You should give it a shot. See, Song and I have been making art for a while, with the goal to inspire, maybe leave you with a smile. So if this does either one, that's a victory lap. Thank you for joining a Song and Yazik out, that's a wrap. This is an art form, whether you like it.
That part of the hook, it reminds me of Coheed and Cambria.
Oh yeah. Very Claudio Sanchez.
It's really entertaining. You should give it a shot.
Like ragtimey type piano. Loungy.
See, Song and I have been making
It's
It's a repeater, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe leave you with a
Song
smile.
and Yazik out
So
twice.
if this does either one,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
a victory lap.
That's a
Thank
double
you
out,
for
brother.
joining a Song and Yazik out, that's a wrap. This is an art form, whether you like it or not. There's no music without writers, no movie without a plot. What I mean is it's a tool, spend some time with it and you'll see it's really entertaining. You should give it a shot. Thanks for keeping an open mind. I'm still gonna make real music.
Yeah, that's definitely the bye bye beautiful.
Yeah.
Father,
Oh, yeah.
right.
100%.
dude.
Whoa.
You know what? That's probably why I like it so much, is because I'm a big Coheed guy.
Yeah, if I could totally hear Claudio singing that with other instruments in the background, of course.
Yeah.
I have a Claudio impersonation that I'll do another day.
Oh, dude. I love that guy and like all of their stuff. And I had a buddy that actually like really deep dove and like learned all of their music on guitar
Their
and
lore.
drums. Yeah, dude. He was super into it. But he's also super into Lord of the Rings too, so.
Oh, look at Chippy. Chippy's trying to get out. He's like, come on, dude. Let me get out there.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, that was a blast.
Hey, I'm gonna do
awesome,
something
man.
that Will Sasso never did.
Whoa,
so squeaky.
Gross, Chad.
That one surprised me. Gross, Chad.
Dang, man.
It sounded like somebody bit your ass.
That's gonna be the most watched. That's the spike on the timeline.
That's
Yeah.
going on Instagram, dude.
Yeah, bro, that peaks, dude.
Yeah, it
I'm
totally
not gonna
did. I'm
be
sure.
able to deal with that.
I'm sure
brother.
it peaked the microphone. It was probably in the red. Hopefully, we're not in the brown. Heyo.
Yeah, dude, the brown
Dad
note,
jokes.
that's a different thing, brother.
So-
Well, so here's the thing: we don't know if next week we'll be back or if next week we'll be doing a different lesson along, dude.
Yeah, dude. Or
Yeah, dude.
who knows? Maybe this is the first one, and I totally misadvertised the first one, which is gonna be on Sunday, the 18th, with Chad Kulchin. Which, if you're
We don't
watching,
know.
yeah, we don't. Hey, me and Big Kev, we were in the back, and we just wanted to let you know, we don't know.
Yeah, me and Cody and Carl Song were in the back. We don't know what we're doing, dude.
Yeah, dude. Also, I'm gonna cut this part real quick, and I have to add Cody exploding, and I'm gonna do one for Chad as well for the outro. And we're back. You'll see.
Ooh-wee.
So, thanks for joining us on this
everybody.
Bard
Yeah, and
official.
thank you, Cody, too, for taking the time
dude.
to
Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it.
hang out and listen and give your
Yeah, dude. Let's.
respected opinions.
We can point at each other and like,
Yeah,
"Th-
man.
thank you, dude," and then thank you too, dude. And that's how we
Yeah,
do
dude.
that.
I was never good at this. This is why I didn't join the military.
Yeah, dude, because we're always doing this in the military, dude. Walk around. It's like, hey, are you one of the
Yeah,
bad guys?
dude.
All right.
Yep.
Oh man. Well, it's time for this simmer down.
Yeah, dude.
Thanks for joining us, folks.
It's the blowdown,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah, the blowdown. That's right. Whoa, a little bit of scary from Grom there.
Yeah, look at the
Song?
way.
I'm so excited to be.
Oh, dude, you know who Song would be if he was a Muppet?
Choo choo. If
Dude.
Song was a Muppet, would be Janice.
Nah, bro. I got you, brother. Song would be the resident terrorist
Oh yeah.
of the Muppets.
Damn it, what's his name? The one with the yeah,
Oh god.
I'll,
the dynamite.
I'll share it on the video. Yeah. Crazy Harry, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, well, speaking of Crazy Harry, if you're watching the first episode first and not this episode first, you might notice that I cut my hair, dude. 'Cause that's what I'm doing tomorrow, brother.
What?
Yeah, I'm getting tired
Wait a
of.
minute, dude.
I'm getting tired
What do you
of dealing
mean,
with.
cut that?
So remember how I said I had psoriasis and like eczema and whatnot? Well, it kind of
Oh
spread
yeah.
spread to my head too, and the long hair is not helping. So I need to cut it down to get it manageable. Might do something weird with it while I have the long, and then you know.
Do like a B. Arthur hairdo.
You should donate it.
Well, if I
Do
cut
you-
enough
well-
off, I will.
You're down in the humidity of the South now, brother.
Yeah,
And I mean, you're on the north end of the South, but still, it's
Yeah,
a
I
different
don't-
world with hair.
I don't know if I have enough hair for a crazy ass mullet or like a Viking undercut. I'm gonna try something. We'll see.
You don't need a mullet, brother. You just shave it, dude. Just do
No,
a one.
I hate how I look with a shaved head, but if I hate the mullet more, I'll shave parts of it off.
Do that haircut that that Trey Parker's character had in Despicable Me.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
You're gonna have to put that one on the video too, because I don't know what that is.
What
Hold
was his
on.
name? Vector or something like that?
Bolivar or something. I don't remember.
I don't know,
I
but
keep wanting to say Bolivar Trask, but that's the Sentinel creator.
I got you, bro. Here it is. I'll put it on the screen too.
Oh wow. All right. I mean,
Balthazar
Yeah.
Brat.
That's his name, Balthazar.
Yeah.
Get you a keytar, bro. You'll be good to go.
dude, what's funny is
That's
I
a
did.
tax write-off, brother.
I did shave my beard off already, but it's already growing back, so that's close. That's pretty close. I'm not going like
Oh,
full on
man.
hillbilly mullet. I'm gonna do something a little bit more acceptable.
Yeah, classy mullet, church mullet.
Yeah, you know, like it's not gonna be spiky on top. It's just gonna be, you know, kind of party in the front, more party in the
Will Yazzo.
back. Yeah, well, that was a good blowdown.
Choo choo, Carl.